Hi everyone, I hope you're really well. Welcome, or indeed welcome back to the channel. If you are new, don't forget to hit subscribe, because today I thought I would talk to you guys about my weight, my ongoing weight loss campaign. It's going to be a very chilled out and relaxed video today. So I'm trying to channel the right kind of mood for myself for this video. I'm in the most comfortable clothing that I own. I've got my kind of loungewear hoodie on. I've got some really comfy trousers on. Not that you can see them, but I'm feeling relaxed. I'm feeling pretty good. I have touched on this subject before in my goal setting video and stuff, but I just wanted to dedicate a video specifically to weight and weight loss really, and how I'm feeling about it, because one of the things that I set myself this year was to continue to lose weight. I have already lost weight, and I will get onto that in just a second. But I am going to be embarking on quite a regimented and strict diet quite soon. So I suppose to set that up, I thought it would be worth talking to you about my weight and my history and basically everything that has brought me to this point. So hopefully this video won't be too long, but it's really just for context purposes. I have been digging through some old photos, so I will insert some photos along the way as I'm talking, just so that you can see what it is that I'm trying to explain as well. In terms of where my mind is at the moment, I'm feeling very motivated. I really want to continue to lose weight. I did set myself a goal earlier this year to start losing weight, and it basically didn't happen, and that was largely due to seasonal illness. I do have an almost 3.5-year-old, if you're not aware, so he goes to preschool. He brings lots of lovely bugs home with him, because that is how children just are, and I just was feeling very run down, and just my head wasn't in the right place really. I was feeling very unmotivated, but also very frustrated with myself as well. But now that the sun is coming out a little bit more regularly, it just does something to you, I think, and it just makes you feel more motivated and want to be able to get out in the fresh air and move a bit more and be a bit more active. So I have been debating about whether to go back on a diet that I did a little while ago. Well, actually, it was 5 years ago, come to think of it, probably almost exactly 5 years ago, because it was almost 5 years ago that I got married. I got married in 2012 in November, and I desperately wanted to lose weight for the wedding, like probably a lot of people do before they get married, but I felt like I had an absolute ton of weight to shift. So I went on a diet that was quite restrictive, but for me personally, I find restrictive diets work quite well. I like to be able to know this is all I can have, and if I'm kind of left to my own devices or free will, then that's when things start to go wrong, because unfortunately I am very emotionally connected with food. If I have a bad day or I'm feeling in a bad mood or something like that, then the first thing I think of is, what can I eat? I definitely eat my emotions, and that is something that I definitely need to change. I'm not quite sure how I need to change it, but that is my mindset, and I'm sure lots of you are the same as me. I used to be a smoker a long time ago, so I think I probably just used to go and have a cigarette instead of eating, but I gave up smoking a very long time ago now, and I'm very happy that I gave up. But obviously in giving up smoking, the weight sort of gradually piled on, and it did take a while to get to the point where I was at my heaviest. I've been trying to find my weight loss notebook that I had from 5 years ago. I know I've got it somewhere, but when we moved house, it's kind of gone somewhere. But I do want to find it, because I did keep a track of all of my previous weight loss in it. So I kind of want to see how I got on when I went on this strict diet before, because at my heaviest, I was huge. And like I said, I've been digging out some photos to show you, and this picture isn't necessarily from when I was at my heaviest. I'd actually lost a little bit of weight at this point. I've possibly got pictures of when I was bigger than this, but I did tend to shy away from the camera because I just didn't want to see pictures of myself. I think it's very easy to take a very flattering selfie, but obviously if someone's taking a picture of you all in one go, then you're a very talented photographer if you can kind of mask some of the reality of what's going on. So someone had taken a picture of me, and it wasn't even my whole self, it was just the top half really. And I don't know whether you've ever had this where you look at a picture of yourself and it's kind of the big smack in the face wake up call that you needed. I looked bloated, I looked big, and I looked at myself and I thought, is that how I look to everyone else? Because I knew I was big, but I don't think I really processed how big I actually was until I saw that picture, and it really upset me. But luckily, I was already losing weight at that point. So the restrictive diet that I actually decided on was Diet Chef. I just found the fact that it's very convenient and everything's there. You don't need to freeze anything, you don't need to chill anything. It's just very easy to just tuck away in a cupboard and you just grab whatever you fancy. So as well as not trusting my own willpower and wanting to be restricted, I'm also quite lazy as well. I will admit that. I like to be able to just grab stuff and go, so it's very convenient. It's probably worth mentioning at this point that this is nothing to do with Diet Chef on a commercial level. They have no idea that I'm making this video. I just thought it would be worth talking about what worked for me in the past. I was on Diet Chef for about 6 or 7 months, I think, and I was going to the gym regularly as well, because where we used to live there was a gym literally just up the road. And I lost over 4 stone doing that. I think it was about 4.5 stone or about 60 pounds, something like that. I can't remember exactly because, like I said, I haven't got my little booklet with me. But I just felt amazing. And then me and my then boyfriend went to Mexico and we got married, and I felt amazing. I still needed to lose probably a good 2 or 3 stone on top of what I had already, but I felt comfortable in my own skin enough to think, yes, I can put a wedding dress on, I can do this. And when I was digging out photos to do this video and I was looking at my wedding pictures, for the first time I actually looked at these pictures and thought, I wish I'd lost a bit more before getting married. And I know it's not massively important, but to me it is massively important because you need to be able to feel confident in your skin. And I suppose at the time I did actually feel really confident, but looking at the pictures now, I'd really love to just renew our vows, maybe when I get down to a weight that I'm really happy with, and maybe get a really gorgeous dress, because as amazing as I felt at the time, I kind of look at the pictures now and think they could be so much better. So maybe we'll do that at some point, I don't know. Not long after we got married, I fell pregnant, and I actually fell pregnant a lot quicker than I was expecting to, which was quite a surprise. It was a lovely surprise, but yeah, quite a surprise. And obviously I knew that I was going to be putting on weight through the pregnancy. At the time of my pregnancy, I'd already put on about a stone from my wedding weight, so I was already carrying a little bit more anyway. And in pregnancy, I put on exactly a stone and then lost over a stone whilst I was in hospital with him, because he was actually born prematurely and I was breastfeeding him and the weight was just falling off me. And it continued to fall off me for quite some time until I got down to below my wedding weight, which I was really happy about. I'm not sure what happened in the last couple of years, but steadily, that weight has just gone back on again, and it's very frustrating. And my weight now is pretty much back to what it was when I fell pregnant. So I'm probably a stone adrift again. So frustrating. But like I said, I have a terrible relationship with food. I do eat really healthily. I eat a very nutritional diet, but it's all the extra bits, and it's probably the quantities of food that doesn't help either, because even healthy food eaten in large quantities is still extra calories. Just to go back in time a little bit more, when I was a lot younger, I was actually really slim, and I don't think I fully appreciated how slim I was at the time. I used to get teased really badly at school by both boys and girls, saying that I was fat. And I just assumed that I was. My mum also wanted to lose weight when I was younger, and she tried to get us both on a diet together, and I think that was probably for moral support. And I think all those messages kind of mixed in together made me believe that I was probably bigger than what I actually was. But when I look back at pictures of me from when I was younger, I actually cannot believe how slim I was. And I can't remember exactly what weight I was because I never really used to weigh myself like that, but I do seem to remember maybe being around the 9 stone mark. I think if I aimed for 9 stone now, I'd probably look a little bit gaunt. So I'm not focusing on numbers too much. I just want to get down to a point where I look in the mirror, I feel really happy with what I'm seeing, my clothes fit nicely and comfortably, because that's always a really good telltale sign of whether you are feeling like you want to lose some weight. I put some jeans on this morning thinking it was actually a bit cooler than it was, and I'd not worn them for a while, and not only did my belt not do up to the level it would do normally, but they actually just felt really tight and restrictive and uncomfortable, and I just thought something has got to happen, particularly with it just getting warmer and warmer now. I'd like to lose a bit of weight for the summer ideally. So the reason why I'm filming this today is because I have an exciting and scary delivery due probably any moment. The chances are the doorbell's going to go any second, and it will be my Diet Chef delivery. I ordered it yesterday, and I am planning on doing a kind of unboxing video. So if it's a diet that you're interested in and you want to know a little bit more about, I am going to do a separate video about Diet Chef. And I was just going to do that, but then like I said earlier on, I just thought I need to give some context to why I'm doing this. So hopefully I've done that now and you understand a little bit more about my headspace. I am feeling in quite a good place in terms of my body and my health, and I feel like I'm ready to do this. I think it's a good time of year to do it because, like I said, the sun is coming out a little bit more. I've been out on my bike a lot more. If you've watched any of my planning videos or anything like that, then you'll know that I do track how many miles I walk. Well, it's actually going to be miles I walk stroke bike rides now, because I've been going out on the bike a lot and I've been really enjoying it. I've been taking the dog out with me, and on occasion I've had the boy on the back as well. So he's adding like an extra almost 3 stone on top of my weight, which from a cardiovascular point of view, it is definitely hard work. I do notice it when I go out and he's not on the back of my bike. So I do definitely feel like I'm in the right headspace. I know I said this months ago when I was talking about goal setting for this year, but then illness came along and things just went out the window. At the end of the day, life happens and you just kind of have to make the best of the situation that you're in. The Diet Chef package that I ordered was one through Groupon or Woucher, might have been Woucher actually, and it was the £69 20-day package, so I am going to have the weekends off. So I'm going to test my willpower, because one thing I know is going to be really hard with Diet Chef, and I'm already kind of mentally preparing myself, is for the portions. The portions on Diet Chef are small, very small, but I'll show you more of that when I've done the unboxing, and I'll show you a few meals as and when I'm preparing them as well, just so that if it is an interesting option for you in terms of a diet, then you'll be able to see the reality of it. Because I was actually really surprised on looking up Diet Chef on YouTube. There is not much out there in terms of content that they've put out is quite old. There is some content by consumers like me, but there wasn't that much that was all that recent. So the plan is, I think I'm going to do an unboxing video and I'm going to show you the different types of foods that I've got. And then we'll do a kind of, I don't know, weekly or bi-weekly or whatever feels right for me at the time. I'll give you an update on how I'm getting on, because obviously I am financially invested in this working now, so I need to make this happen. So I'm crossing everything that I can do this. For me, life is so different once you've had a child. It just puts a whole different spin on everything, because if ever I'm preparing him food, then I'll tend to maybe have a bit of a nibble of it or whatever. It does teach you quite bad habits. Likewise, if he doesn't finish something properly and I don't want to waste it and it's not something I can maybe store away, then I'll eat it as well. And I know the areas where I'm going wrong. It's all kind of pretty obvious classic stuff, really. So if any of you guys are trying to lose weight, let's support one another. I will support you. If you can support me, I would really appreciate it, because I think having a good support system makes the world of difference. So let me know down in the comments if you are trying to lose weight, if you're struggling with weight, if you need some help with motivation, if you've got any tips, if you've lost lots of weight and you've got some great tips for some of the issues that I've mentioned, because I do struggle, I definitely struggle with motivation and willpower and all of those classic things that I think a lot of people do. So if you've got any words of wisdom, please let me know. I would really appreciate it. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. The next video of this nature that I upload will be the unboxing of the delivery and just showing you through some of the food options, and I'll show you some prepared meals as well so you can see what they look like. And of course we'll be doing some check-ins with how I'm actually getting on with losing the weight as well. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below because it does really help support my channel. And if you are new and would like to subscribe to see more content like this from me in the future, I will pop a button just here so you can click it and just get notified of new content as and when it gets uploaded. And if you've not seen my last video, I will also pop a link to that one just up here so you can click it and check that one out too. Anyway, I hope you're all really well and I will see you again soon. Bye!